I know you're playing a lot of 2K. What modes are you playing in?
I do a lot of play now. My career, I go to the parts with like Donovan, Royce.
So, who is a better 2K player out of the three of you? Royce O'Neal, you, or Donovan Mitchell?
I'm definitely better than Donovan. I don't know if I'm better than Royce. I never played him, but I'm 100% better than Donovan.
So, who's the best?
Let's look at our setting tonight. Wisconsin. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Antetokounmpo.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it had been an 18-year dry spell. They hadn't won a playoff series since 2001, the longest such drought in the league. But with superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way, the times are indeed changing in Brew City. Kevin?
They are fun to watch. Thank you, David. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move is so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
And now Washington starting group. We've got Ish Smith, Hachimura out there with Wagner. Then there's Brown, and it's Payton in at the two spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Jay, and it's Middleton in at the small forward spot. Here's Hachimura. Back to Payton. Puts it up from 12. Rebound, Milwaukee. Passes it to Jay. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Pass to Hachimura. Jump hook, counted.
Unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchups.
Jay, covered by Payton. Now the feed to Lopez. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And that one drops for him. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Wagner. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Middleton on the wing. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Payton. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Trailing by 4. Lets it go from 14. That shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Brown kicks to Payton. From deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Middleton outside. The wide open look here for Lopez. No good from outside.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Brown outside. That 3 off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 6. The pass to Bledsoe. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Jay. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Bucks shooting their first shot from the stripe in this game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
That free throw good from James.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Here's Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. Washington shooting their first free throws of the evening. That free throw, no good. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Milwaukee making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Hachimura, the pass to Brown. Payton surveying the floor. Banked in off the glass.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Jay, the pass to Lopez. Jay, covered by Smith. Middleton outside. Passes it to Giannis. 5 on the clock. A 15-footer. They get it again. Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Wizards trail by 9. Smith with it. Now defended by Jay. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Jay. Middleton on the wing. Here's DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
And Washington has possession, following the bucket by the Bucks. Knocked away. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. John Wall's checked in for Ish Smith. Washington again turning it over. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jay.
And the way that he has been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
Dishes at Giannis. And yes, it's good. Giannis has got his second basket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Wizards trail by 17. Washington calls timeout.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Check in for the Wizards. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. Number one, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Hachimura the pass to Wall. It's the three-point bomb.
Wow, how about John Wall shooting that with confidence? That skill just gets better and better.
Jay the pass to Giannis. Good work defensively by Bryant.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Hachimura. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Atlanta. The kick out to Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.
Well, the spot-up opportunity, right? A nice confidence booster for John Wall.
Jay, covered by Wall. Pass to Jay. Here's Lopez. And it's blocked. Payton, right side. Baseline jumper. A shot off that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And here's Wall, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Wall. 6 points for him. And Wall with the slam.
Yeah, this is one of the top athletes in the league. Wall showing his lateral and vertical mobility.
And glad to see John Wall back out there after fighting back from his Achilles injury he suffered in early 2019.
And obviously, Kevin, an Achilles injury is very worrisome for any athlete, but particularly one like John Wall, whose speed is a major part of his game. But boy, he looks good out there, and you hope he avoids any more injuries the rest of his career.
Here's DiVincenzo after the basket by Washington. Jay, covered by Wall. Here's Lopez, and it's blocked.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now here's Payton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Doris, I know your style of play. Milwaukee with the ball. Jay, covered by Payton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
So on the floor for Washington. On out there with Hachimura. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Payton. Milwaukee leading by 15. Middleton for 3. Lopez passes to Jay. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. In a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Taking a look at Milwaukee. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Wizards just need to take it a game at a time.
And seeing where Washington is, they played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Hornets put on a show. He scored 40 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
And, Greg, let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
So it's the Wizards now after the basket by Milwaukee. Here's Hachimura. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. To the middle. Here's Wagner, and can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez. The Wizards have made 5 of 10 free throw attempts, a lot of misses. He's perfect from the line this time.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had 10 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Bledsoe.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Smith finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Jay, the pass to Lopez. The shot's good. Lopez has got 6 points.
Well, we know Brook Lopez can play with strength. He is amazing at converting these difficult opportunities.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Wizards. 15-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Jay, the pass to Middleton. No good from Payton.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Antetokounmpo passes to Jay. Steps back and fires. And that one goes long. Wizards trail by 13. Brown dishes to Payton. Over Giannis. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And here we go. Washington fast break. Payton finds Smith. The shot, no good. Great tee that time from Giannis. Inside, it's tipped, and the turnover again by Milwaukee. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for the game with the Mavericks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And Washington making a change here. Wall's checked in. Milwaukee shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history, and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment, and I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very good part of it.
Now, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
For Washington, they had made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Jay, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Wagner. Here's Hachimura. And the pass to Wagner. The kick out to Wall. 6 to shoot. Here's Payton. And the three ball is good. Payton's got 7 points in the game.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. The Bucks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Picked off in midair. And here's Wall. 11 points last game. Down low, Hachimura, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
Middleton outside. Lopez left side. Here's Giannis. To the inside. Here's Jay, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 16 points for Jay.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And checking out the stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo, the past month has been surreal. He's around 30 points per clip, 17 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Here is Bryant after the basket by Milwaukee. He kicks it to Napier. Shot clock at 5. And they get it. And Bryant with the lay-in.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Jay, Napier covering. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jay, the pass to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Mahinmi's checked in for Wagner.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Now Wall. He's got 10. Out to the right wing. Here's Napier. Offline with his 3. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus. He has brought it all night thus far.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Jay out there at Bledsoe. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And so Napier will bring it up for Washington. Here's Smith. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Brown outside. Napier with it. 6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And it's Smith missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now, here's Napier. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Hachimura. Kicks it to Smith. That one rolling around and rims out.
just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Jay, the pass to Lopez, and he gets it to go.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Peyton, he's checked in for Napier. The Bucks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. That free throw good from Lopez. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Outside for Bledsoe. It's stolen by Smith, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. Well, you look at Jay, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Jay, the pass to Giannis. Clock at 6. Bucks passing it around. Cloak loose. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically. Just recharge here quickly.
Here's a look at some stats for Jay. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. First in assists, first in steals, and he's an absolutely devastating offensive weapon. Number 2 in the league in scoring.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Bucks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That free throw good from Lopez.
Well, you have to like the length of Brook Lopez and the fact that he understands he has that advantage on both ends of the floor.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Wagner. Lopez covering. Wagner passes to Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jay, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. Throws it up high.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Inside, here's Antetokounmpo. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Williams is checked in for Lopez, and George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And a switcher also for Washington. Matthews, he's checked in for Brown. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Smith, the pass to Hachimura. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Effective at scoring the basketball. Hachimura understands his role offensively and plays it well.
To the inside, here's Giannis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Giannis has got 26 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for.
Passes it to Hachimura. 14 feet away. Another one falls for Washington.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Jay, the pass to Williams. And another basket for Milwaukee.
They have to be wary of Williams. His mid-range jumper is outstanding and often on the money.
For Washington, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Payton outside. Pass to Hachimura. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Washington calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low, and with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Murray's checked in for Chris Middleton. The Wizards also changing it up. Bryant comes in for Mo Wagner, and John Wall subbed in for Smith. It's stolen. Here's Jay, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And so it's Washington with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Bryant. At the elbow, it's Matthews. 5 to shoot. Wall passes to Hachimura. And again, Washington no good. For 3, Hill. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Matthews finds Wall. There's the pass to Payton. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll Milwaukee's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Lopez, and Napier pulls it down. Washington's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce. And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Wagner, he's checked in for Washington. To the middle, here's Lopez, and it's sent back by Bryant. Payton passes to Wall. From deep 3-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Bucks on top, delivering the blowout. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks.
The issue is not them. The issue is us. We're not being physical. Effort, hustle, determination's going to win this game. Not scoring.
Well, Greg is commanding his guys to be more energetic right now.
And the physicality must improve. Coach Brooks wants more toughness on the board.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. The Secniks out there with Wagner. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Jay, the pass to Lopez.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Brown outside. Bledsoe passes to Jay. 4 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And that one's good by Lopez.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
He gets that one. Napier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Here's Jay. Softly drops in the floater.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Washington shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Passes to Wagner. Here's Bonga. Pass to Napier. Another shot. Lets it go with the 3. Wagner can't hit. Wagner's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Jay, the pass to Bledsoe. And he comes up with the deuce.
Eric Bledsoe has the frame and the game to convert on the interior. Nicely done.
And so Napier will bring it up for the Wizards. Pass to Pasechniks. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
And that one misses. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. And the second free throw, good. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Down low, here's Wagner, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Bonga. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bonga's got his first points of the night. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. To the paint, here's Brown. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Wagner, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Smith against Ilyasova. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Puts it up off the inbound. Rebound by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound in this game.
You got to be kidding.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Bonga. Now the pass to Besekniks. Inside. Will it go? Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Doubled by Smith.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Lopez, who's checked in for Lopez. On defense, the Wizards. Here's Jay, and he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
For Washington, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Smith inside and hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Jay, the pass to Ilyasova, sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that, Greg. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Bonga, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Of course, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about 4-peat.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Pass to Jay. Lopez left side. Here's Jay. Bangs home the trifecta. Jay's got 37.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Robinson against Murray. Lopez with the steal. Pass break, Milwaukee. Here's Jay, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Here is Matthews after the basket by Milwaukee. Charity stripe shot. And again, Washington no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Doubled by Smith to the inside.
Guatemala Veranda. Ano nga yun? Ano yung veranda natin?
Veranda.
Solo lang yun, no?
Oo. Veranda.
Veranda, solo lang.
Oo.
Murray, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Outside, Robinson. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest successful, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
It falls in 2 points from Jay. Jay's got 41.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Now here's Matthews. And it's sent back by Lopez.
You know, it's blocks like that which make Lopez such a factor in the paint.
Jay, the pass to Lopez. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Matthews scanning the floor. It's Robinson, top of the key. Pass to Matthews. Six on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Robinson. They get the rebound. Hachimura. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Jay, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And here's Bledsoe. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Another win for you, Jay. Looks like this team is becoming a real contender. Is it too early to start planning for the playoffs?
Now, you're going to hate me for using the word cliche, DA, but, you know, we truly do take it one game at a time. You know, we know our team is good. But as soon as we look away, man, you know, things go left. So we're trying to avoid that.
It probably makes sense to keep your eyes on the prize. Congratulations, guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that
about... Guys, listen up.
What up, Coach?
Check it up here. So I just got a call from the league letting me know that this guy is an all-star.
Hey.
Shay, you.
Hey, I'm trying, man.
Very well deserved.
Appreciate it, guys.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, Coach, man. Should I break it off?
Let's do it.
Hey, it was a family effort, so we're going to do family on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3, family.
Let's do that. Hey, Che.
Hey,
we're
what's up,
all
guys?
real glad that you're here and with this commercial and help us creatively. Welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. So, look, I don't really know what I'm doing exactly, so, You know I'm not a great actor or anything like
Oh,
that.
not a problem. There are a few things we want you to say. Just, it's simple stuff. Just be yourself, and we should get you out of here pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, whatever you want, man.
Great. So here's the rundown. You're into beats because they help you block out from distractions. You're a professional athlete. Everybody wants a piece of you, the media, the fans, agents, whatever you relate to. But with beats, you're able to disappear into a headspace, block it all out.
Yeah, but I have lines, all right?
Yeah, just make sure you emphasize the right words. That's important for our message.
Okay, I got you.
I'll break it down into 4 parts. First, how do I block out distractions? Beats.
Got you.
Second, wherever I go, I gotta have my beats.
Gotta have my beats.
Third, with revolutionary, pure adaptive noise-canceling technology.
Okay.
Fourth, I hear my music, not the noise.
Got you.
Think you're ready to give it a shot?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Okay. I'll count it down, 3, 2, 1, then I'll point to you, and you can just let it rip.
Cool.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
How do I block out distractions? Beats. Wherever I go, I gotta have my beats. With revolutionary, pure adaptive noise-canceling technology. I hear the music, not the noise.